Good evening. My name is Sean Belton. I'm a retired fire chief from the Baltimore City Fire Department. Yes, I was a firefighter. And I was asked by Miss Taylor today to read you a story. So, one of my favorite stories when I was growing up, when I was a child like you are, was Dumbo. Dumbo, the flying elephant. One of my favorite stories. So here's Dumbo right here, right? I'm going to get right here. I want to put it this way so y'all can see the pictures real well. So I apologize. But this is the story of a little elephant with a big heart and two very big ears who learned to soar. You see Dumbo's big ears here? So we're going to start the story. Okay? All right. All right. Make sure I got this in the phone here so y'all can see. Okay. I think I got it. It was morning at the circus. Hopefully, mothers looked up as storks flew overhead. Each stork carried a tiny bundle that held a baby animal. Mrs. Jumbo sighed as she watched the happy mothers cuddling their babies. Oh dear, I did so hope there would be a bundle for me, she thought. So you see the storks, they carrying the babies for the awaiting mommy elephants. Here are the mommy elephants right here. Okay? These are the mommy elephants. A stork flew into Mrs. Jumbo's railway car and dropped a large bundle. Inside was a baby elephant. Jumbo Jr. is what Mrs. Jumbo named him. Look at him, cried the other elephants excitedly. Isn't he a darling? You see, that's baby Jumbo right there. And see, there are the other mother elephants. I remember that when I was a little child. I remember watching it on TV. Okay, get this out. Okay, can y'all see? All right. Just then, Mrs. Jumbo's baby sneezed. Out flapped two enormous ears. Look how big his ears are. Look how big they are. Bigger than a regular elephant ear. See how her ears a little smaller than the baby elephant ears? The other elephants gasped. Then they began to giggle. Aren't they funny, said one elephant. Dumbo, said another. Okay. Mrs. Jumbo didn't care what the other elephants thought. She loved her baby, big ears and all. She lifted him up in her trunk and gently rocked him to sleep. So you see, he's in her trunk. Remember her trunk right here. See how an elephant has the long trunk right here? That's how they breathe. How we have a nose like this. How we breathe. That's how elephants breathe with their nose. It's called a trunk. All right. Okay. That night, the circus train stopped and all the animals climbed out. The circus men put up a huge tent. The next morning, the circus parade made its way through the town. The band played. The clowns and animals marched down the street as the people clapped and cheered. Crowds hurried to the circus tent that night. They were eager to see all the animals. Look at his ears, cried one nosy boy, pointing at Dumbo. They were the funniest things he'd ever seen. The boys laughed and teased Dumbo. Then one of them pulled the little elephant's ears. Ooh, you see right there? You see a little boy pulling the elephant's ears? I wonder what happened. I wonder how Dumbo's mother reacted when that little boy did that. Let's see. Ooh. Mrs. Jumbo was angry. You see her right here? I don't know if you can see it. You see her right here? She's angry right now. Mrs. Jumbo trumpeted with anger when she raised a hay bale to throw at the naughty boys. They ran away in terror. Down, down, cried the ringmaster, cracking his whip. Dumbo's mother was taken away and locked in a small cage, far away from Dumbo. That's sad. Took Dumbo's mother away. Wow. Okay. Nearby, a mouse called Timothy was watching. I remember Timothy. He felt sorry for the little elephant. All we've got to do is build you an act. Timothy told Dumbo, make you a star. Just then they heard the ringmaster talking in his tent. Have I got an idea? He was saying. An enormous pyramid of pachyderms. Now comes the climax. Uh-oh. What's the climax? Okay. What's he doing, y'all? Looks like he's sleeping, right? This the ringmaster. Okay, let's see what's going on while he's asleep. So, as soon as the ringmaster was asleep, Timothy crept into his tent. He scampered up to the ringmaster's ear and said, who is your climax? The little elephant with the big ears. Dumbo. Dumbo, mumbled the ringmaster. Dumbo. Ooh. The next morning, the ringmaster tried out his new idea. He had all the elephants balanced carefully on top of one another. And Dumbo was to be the very top elephant, the star. See how the elephants on top of one another? Right here? And they standing on a ball. But when Dumbo ran to jump onto the top elephant, oh no, he tripped over his big ears and bumped into the pyramid. The elephants crashed to the ground and the whole circus tent fell down around them. Bump, bump, bump. Oh no! Oh my! Dumbo caused the tent to fall? Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Now the elephants were angrier than ever with Dumbo. But the ringmaster had one more idea. Dumbo could become a clown. You know what a clown is? That's a clown right there. See the clown? So Dumbo was dressed like a baby and put at the very top of a burning building. The other clowns playfully pretended to be firefighters. Remember I told you? That's what I did. I was a firefighter. Haha. They sprayed Dumbo with water and held a hoop for him to jump into. Poor Dumbo was terrified as he jumped. Down, down he dropped until he fell through the hoop into a big tub of sticky goo. The audience cheered and roared with laughter when Dumbo landed in the goo. They making fun of him, aren't they? Okay, slide it so y'all can see. But Dumbo was not happy at all. We're going over to see your mother, said Timothy to cheer up Dumbo. Dumbo and his mother were overjoyed to see each other. Mrs. Jumbo put her trunk through the bars of her cage and cuddled her son, singing a lullaby. But all too soon it was time for Dumbo to go. See what we going on here. Ooh, what's Dumbo doing here? Dumbo cried a little after seeing his mother. All he wanted was to be with her. Once he laid down to sleep, he began to have the strangest dream. In the dream, he was blowing bubbles. Soon, the bubbles looked just like elephants. Elephants that danced and flew. The next morning, Timothy tried to convince Dumbo that he could fly just like a bird. Elephants fly? But this is Dumbo. Let's see what's going on here. He said Dumbo's ears were so big they were like wings. Dumbo wasn't so sure, but he trusted Timothy. He would try to fly. I wonder how that worked out. Let's see. In the next show, Dumbo was once again with the clowns. They wanted him to leap from the burning building, but this time Timothy had given a bird feather to Dumbo. Timothy said it was a magic feather that would help him fly. Holding it tight, Dumbo got ready to jump. Okay, see Dumbo right here? He at the top of the ladder, and he's going to jump because he's supposed to fly because Timothy told him that he could fly. You see the feather right here? You probably can't see it. I put it up a little closer, but right there, see Timothy the mouse right there? And that's the feather he gave Dumbo to hold because he told him that he believed that if he held that feather, he'd be able to fly. All right. Look like it worked. Look what's going on here. What Dumbo doing here? He's flying, right? It worked. Dumbo and Timothy soared through the air, but halfway to the bottom, Dumbo lost his grip on the magic feather. Without it, he couldn't fly. He and Timothy were falling. Oh no, the feather came out. And they falling. They were flying at first, but now they falling. Oh no, what's going to happen? Uh-oh, what's going on here? What Timothy saying to Dumbo? With the wind whistling past as they sped toward the ground, Timothy quickly told Dumbo that the magic feather wasn't real. He didn't need it. All he had to do was believe in himself. Ooh. Open those ears, Timothy cried. You can fly. You can. Dumbo took a deep breath and began to flap his ears as fast as he could. Suddenly, Dumbo was flying. Look at Dumbo. He's flying now, isn't he? Look at Dumbo. He didn't need that feather after all. The ringmaster was amazed. He watched Dumbo swoop over the tub of goo and soar past the cheering crowds. Dumbo was a star. It's a star now. What's going on here? Before long, Dumbo was famous all around the world, just as Timothy had said he would be. Crowds flocked to the circus to see Dumbo, the amazing flying elephant. The ringmaster released Dumbo's mother and gave her a special train car of her own. And Dumbo and his mother were very happy. See Dumbo and their mother? And that is the end. Hope you enjoyed this story. I was real glad to read it to you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the technical glitch with the phone, but you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to read to you. See you soon.